some bodies, because that's all we work with. We don't work with followers over here. We work with leaders, and we hopefully build and expand a syndicate that will maybe one day put shame to what other nations insist on doing, but the melanin nation refuses to do, which is come together. Once you realize the only way you can hurt your opponent is through their pockets, you won't really understand the CEO moves when it comes to dealing with regular motherfuckers who may just walk by just because they're lucky enough for you to walk by. You know what I'm saying? So to all my future matriarchal ministers, because that's all I'm here for, my future, because we all know when Asa puts it down, nations are born. So as I stand in the leadership position as one of the first of many matriarchal churches, Osameji, 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 the matriarchal, powerful woman, balanced woman, not confusing it with religious Eve women. I'm speaking to my monster warrior, Lilith, not Gwat, but goat warriors. When it comes to their cosmic currency, checks never bounce in the cosmos. Fuck it with me. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to being the high priestess, or being the earth angel, or being that odd man out, or being that black sheep, understand you will lose more people before you gain a whole bunch of people. Understand that you have to master all of your fetishes before you can assist anybody else to master their own. Please understand, some people will see you and will just automatically want to compete with you and will not want to be friends, and that within itself will be a problem. All situations is different for every situation. Just understand that when you're talking about earth angels, you're talking about individuals who live very unique lives. You know, I'm gonna be honest, you guys, even as a woman who enjoyed her whole month, I enjoyed my whole birthday month, and I still have a smidgen of a week left. I could cheat if I want to, but I don't want to. I'm done. Like, my body won't allow me to continue bad behavior. And even though I don't see it on my body yet, I feel it. I love being a cosmic weirdo. I love being vegetarian. I love that I'm always in my own world and not in the cosmic world. I love that when I fully abstain from dead animal products, I don't think like a human. I think more like a human when I eat dead things. And all I ate in my birthday month was chicken. I didn't touch red meat. That would have been another ritual. And I didn't touch fish because I have mermaid lineage. That would have been another ritual. So I stayed to chicken because it's easier to purge chicken from my temple body. I don't like the fact that when I start eating meat, I fart. I don't fart when I'm plant-based. I don't. Even if I may cheat on chicken maybe once a month, I still don't fart because I know how to purge it out my body. But I find it satisfying to know that this is why I fight my cravings, because I don't like how my body feels when I eat meat. My skin breaks out. I have 3 skin disorders. It gives me a hard time. I break out in rashes. Like, anything that you enjoy doing, just know that there's a sacrifice, a chaotic sacrifice you're giving for that fetish, for that item. You know, a lot of people want to fuck on you. Great. You just might be that person that gets a lot of STDs. You know, a lot of people love your food. You might be that fat motherfucker that never gets married. Again, just Lucifer's favorite, left-hand path perspective. Take what you need, don't throw it away, because we don't make no shit. Store it for later. But yeah, I like being that bitch where my cum and my excretions taste like nothing. I like that shit. I like being that bitch that doesn't fart. I like that shit. I like being that weird bitch that creates crazy ass fucking vegetarian items just to fight the cravings of meat. That's me. That's me. And I understand I'm a lot and I get it. I'm not for everybody. And to be honest with you, I'm happy I'm single. I would love not to be single. But I'm happy I'm single because over here is a lot. And we get it because we're not for everybody. So if you are a walking angel, if you are the black sheep, if you are the odd man out, if you are a shadow minister like me, if you are like the man I just watched on his not so accurate bio pic, Lawson Reeves, which was one of the first black sheriffs. And when you become a sheriff, you realize that sometimes you save a life, but sometimes you have to take a life. And as a devil's advocate, we're here at Zak teach you how and when to execute the ending of anything that tries to come and end you. We also promise that everything we teach in our master online classes, you ain't gonna get nowhere in nobody's class, master class, book, or what have you. We are a true occult learning temple. And also we have the right to reject students if my spiritual team won't allow me to work with you after I give you a reading to see if I can work with you. Then no hard feelings, but there's a storm coming. There's no hard feelings, but I may want to work with you, but my spirit team may not want to work with you. So it depends on if we are allowed to work with each other, whether it be friendship, business, or what have you. Again, you guys, my name is Aza. I am a 6th generational healer and master alchemist in my Haitian bloodline family. I am also a energy worker and tantra master. And on my way of completing my credentials of becoming a pastor of my own church. But in the meantime, in between time, we're still offering those $44.99 rapid reads. We are also still offering the $88.99 health session bundle. What's the health session bundle, you might ask? It's actually a 3-session that I offer. It's a shadow session, and it focuses on your health and wellness goals and journeys. The first session is basically a 1-to-1 private session, and we get into your desires when it comes to your weight goals, when it also comes to your spiritual goals, and when also comes to what you desire in your long-term goal life. And then we go into a private read, which is your second session. And then your third session is a culmination of the first 2. And I actually break down and give you in writing all the things that, if you choose to do so, that will assist you to take not only your health and wellness journey, but your body goals, mind goals, and spiritual long-term goals to align so that you can ascend to your highest timeline potential. And that 3-session bundle is only $88.99 for the 3 sessions. Just to sit at my table to do a private reading. And we do parties, bar mitzvahs, weddings, and funerals. But we ask our clients to cover all accommodations should we do so. As a shadow minister, I'm also an officiant. So LGBT friendly, if you're looking for an officiant, we also offer those meta services here at Zak, a matriarchal church, learning temple experience. So if you need us, just reach out. Just understand when we are doing the 3-bundle health and wellness session, you get 3 different sessions for one low price. My private readings run $211. That's just to sit privately at my table to assess your dark entities and your light entities, because I do both. And then we figure out who your enemies are versus who wants to help you. Please understand, you guys, not all of your ancestors want to see you successful. Also, please understand, you guys, not every church you will join that follows the patriarchic paradigms are giving more so than taking. So just be very careful. One of our vows within our church is to give more energetically than to take. So whether you are an earth angel, whether you are a empath, whether you are a magical motherfucker, or whether you are an extraterrestrial, whether you are an outsider, whether you are a renegade, whether you are nothing at all, understand that your heaven and your hell, hear this shadow minister when I speak, your heaven and your hell relies on how you feel right now. It exists upon the power of the now. How do you feel right now? And that will dictate your heaven versus your hell. So ask yourself, do you want to live in heaven or do you want to live in hell? And to help you answer that, you can be the God you were born to be by going there, by just making a choice and being the God that your DNA has sovereignly ordained it to be, and make those choices that will take you straight into your timeline path of your heaven. You want a little piece of your heaven? You have to first understand the dark. And to understand the dark, you gotta take a class or finish a school like my Shadow Learning Temple here at Zak Towet, Temple of Elite Truth and Trust. If you're dealing with magic, if you're dealing being the odd man out, if you're dealing with realizing you've been lied to more than you would have liked to, if you realize that your government has not really told you the truth about who you are, where you're from, and where you actually live, then you need to take a class, one of the classes, or even all of the classes that I'm offering, so then you're ready for what's to come. Because if you're like me, you know that this world is not going to stay the same. And it'll be business as usual, but the transactions of business as usual will be different. So the question is, are you ready? My name is Aza, and when you're ready, we'll be ready at Zazazo 99. Remember, this healing retreat is not going to build itself. So all of your donations that are tax deductible with our church organization, you can hit us up at lifecoachhealing@gmail.com. All payments from 10 to higher are tax deductible. And with your donations, this single Black woman is building this healing retreat. And I'm doing it not alone, but I'm doing it solo with my soul tribe. So we thank you for your support. Again, we are at Zazazo 99. We are also at Mama Gogo 99. And when you're ready, we'll be ready too. Cosmic kisses from the cosmic skies. Hello, Tony. Okay, Samantha, I see you. Mr. Tangi, I see you. Okay. All right, somebody, real quick before I go, somebody asked me about my tattoos, piercings. And I think they asked me to the effect of, what's my favorite? My favorite is my septum. But that's crazy because that's the one that hurt the most. So yeah, my favorite piercing is my septum. All right, bye now. Hi, Shango. How are you, beautiful soul? I see you. I'm looking at you in my spirit eye, with my spirit eye, and I see you, Shango. So my question to you is, are you gonna come over and actually get a reading? Because you know you're wild ass. I'm just saying. But that's none of my business. So I'm gonna mind my business and go back to minding my own business. Stay out of people's business. That's what I do. Until they come to me for a reading. And that's when I get into their business. When they're paying me to tell them what the fuck is for. On some real. Because I'm not one of them bitches to be afraid to tell you what you're doing wrong. And your uncle Shango is telling me there's some things you're doing incorrectly and you need to fix that shit or it's going to terminate you. And the human Aza is forgiving and saying, I apologize because I don't like to be cold-hearted like that, but they whispered the words, it will end you if you don't stop doing what you're doing. I feel like you're doing something just a little incorrectly. And again, Shango, because you're doing it a little incorrectly, I learned this a long time ago with my magic, because they're telling me you do magic too. But even changing the spell just a little bit changes the whole shit. And sometimes that little change, just like time jumping, that little change in the recipe will change the whole return hit of what you were attempting to do. And I'm not going to say it's fucking it up, but it's not giving you the reaction that you wanted because of that one ingredient. They're telling me you fucked up on an ingredient or something like that, or they said you bought cheap. Your grandma whispered in my ear, she bought cheap. She bought cheap. She bought cheap. And then a nigga behind her said something else that I wouldn't let my mind register the whisper, so I let it go. You got tell your killers to sit the fuck down, Shango. Okay? Okay? Yeah. And tell them bitches, yeah, I taste good too, ho. The fuck? Tell them motherfuckers to sit down. Shango, your people are lippy. Let me get the fuck off. Hi, baby. How are you? Have a good day. Your people are lippy and they get you in trouble. You need to make them motherfuckers sit the fuck down in the corner on some old real shit. And some of them need some Brussels sprouts because they don't eat enough of that shit. But you ain't heard that shit from me. So let me mind my business. You didn't hear it from me.